Good afternoon, thank you all for coming along. This is our On the Couch session at the NHS event. Pleasure to introduce Tommy Whitelaw. Tommy, you're here today to tell us about your experience of caring for your mother who had dementia.
Yes.
What do you tell us about your experiences?
Well, I think my name's Thomas, and I was a full-time carer for my beautiful and magnificent mum Joan. And my mum had vascular dementia, and I cared for my mum from 2007 at home until my mum passed away in September 2012. I actually just came back to visit my mum because I was a bit burnt out actually, and a bit disillusioned with the job I was doing. I was travelling a lot and was really going back to that place you go back to when you're disillusioned and you're struggling a bit yourself. I think no matter how young or old you are, you go back to your mum or dad because they make it better, and that's what I was doing then, going back for my mum to help me. And actually, before I came back, people were getting in contact and in touch to say they were becoming concerned or but on their own words, concerned by my mum's behaviour. That's not my description, but I just thought my mum was maybe not doing some of the things or want to go to some of the places she used to go. And I was taking a 2 or 3 month break off for myself actually, but that 3 months became 6 months, and then 9 months, and then a year, and 5.5 years later. And that just came from us both being isolated from the lives that we both once knew. And the hardest thing for me, and I think and there's people sitting here just now, it'll be the hardest thing for them, that person that you love with all your heart and has loved you with all your heart, now being described as a condition, now being described as an illness, and that magnificent life that they led, and with the right help and support it should continue to live. Anyone diagnosed with dementia, and look, my mum had the right to live well, and she absolutely had the right to die well with dementia, and everything in between it she had the right to do well, beginning, middle and end. And we just suffered for loneliness and isolation. I can't really explain. But just this people seeing the condition first and not seeing my mum. But I think the biggest struggle was for us was just we thought we were getting a hang of it, or a way or a routine of getting through each day. We'd wake up and dementia had changed everything. Things we could do the day before and achieve together, we'd wake up the next day and could never do them. And would never do them together again. And that's the day you walk in and your mum's sitting brushing her hair. And you walk in the next morning, your mum doesn't know how to brush her hair and never brushes her own hair again. Or the day you walk into your mum and she says, with the biggest smile and a welcome, oh, that's my son, and you walk in a couple of days later and your mum asks you who you are. And every time those things happened, it left us feeling helpless and hopeless and alone. But the things that got it through, it was people. It was people when my mum was maybe in hospital. As he walked away from my mum's bed, I thought, I'm so glad we met you today. I'm so glad you walked towards that bed. It was people when they walked in our front door. As they walked down our path, I'd stand at the window and think, I'm so glad you were in our house today, because I don't feel as scared. I feel as if I know some more. And it was the same with people on the phone. But for me, it was also people as they walked away from my mum's bed. I thought, I hope you don't walk towards it again. And it was people as they walked down our path. I thought, I feel worse than I did before. I feel more scared. I feel I know less. So for me, and I can see Ken Donaldson there, and he's a great prescriber of this. It's all about people and relationships. It's people we meet, and it's the conversations we have and with people that decide what happens next. And I think that's where we fell down it. I often felt it was a surprise to people when I said we're at this point today. And we also almost had to go, it was as if the first time I told someone that my mum had dementia. And we had to go back to the beginning, where really we should be, what are we doing at that point to allow people the chance to live a well and fulfilling and every opportunity. And in my case, I cared for my mum till she passed away. At the end, I found it the greatest struggle to have a conversation about my mum dying. I tried on so many occasions for someone to listen to me. Yeah. And people kept saying, oh, it's the dementia. And I kept saying, well, it's not the dementia. My mum's very poorly. And I felt, looking back at that, And for us, that's the sides that knock us down. But the sides that lift us higher is a district nurse that came in, and they were speaking, Amira was speaking about it yesterday, that walked in our house one day and put my hand on my shoulder and made my mum's life better. And when I look back at it and the things that I wish I could have done or should have known, or the things I felt, I even feel that people at that district nurses' faces pop up, and I'm so glad they were there. But we need everybody to be that person. It's not about those 5-minute conversations, it's about what happens after it. That's the important bit.